Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today we are taking a look at Chapter 55 of Kaiju No.8. After a month hiatus, Matsumoto is back with the next installment of Kaiju No.8, and this is going to be the spoiler-free version, and I'm going to have to work really hard to keep it reined in, because Matsumoto is the master of corkscrew plot twists. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is a Shonen Jump manga, a fighting manga. The heroes go out and punch kaiju. And ultimately we know where this story is going. And there can't really be any major subversions of expectations or plot twists. We're pretty sure the main characters all have plot armor thicker than the walls of the bases they store kaiju in. We all know how the relationships are going to go to some degree or another. I mean, Matsumoto does pull the rug out from under us sometimes, but Matsumoto knows just how to bring something back out of nowhere and just surprise us. And we get one of those corkscrew plot twists at the end of this chapter, and it's glorious. In fact, I don't know when I'm going to learn. I spent the majority of this chapter thinking, well, I mean, this is nice, but it's a little predictable, I was expecting more from Matsumoto. And then whack, the final page slapped me back on my butt. Yes, that was the more I was expecting. And I keep having this experience with Kaiju No.8 where the chapter feels like, something's missing. Where is it? Where is it? And then boom, there it is. All right. And now I just wanted to mention how the chapter starts off. We don't start off where we expect we will. In fact, I was really surprised with where the chapter started, but it was very, very much Kaiju No.8. We start on the ground in a humble place with a reminder that what really matters in life is the relationships we form with our friends, and great tides of nations can be turned with it's not the power of friendship, it's the power of relationship. That people believe things and do things not because of something they were told, of some fact they were given, but simply because they have these relationships with these other people and they trust those other people. And these relationships are what tie the world together, from the guy picking up the garbage on the street to the people making the decisions in the top of the government. Trust is what there is one thought that no nation has any resources, that all resources, be it land or oil or gold, are just matter, that there's only one resource in the world, and that's trust. Because if you don't trust in your community, you can't settle down and start farming. If you don't trust that there's an infrastructure to make your physical resources valuable, you can't start producing things. If you don't trust that people are going to pay you money for your goods, you're not going to build a factory. Advancement and civilization is all held together with trust. And this whole chapter, that trust, those relationships are a theme. The story is able to advance because of the trust between the characters. Also, Matsumoto is a master of ontological inertia. What do I mean by that? Even though it's been a month for us in the real world, even though there's been a significant stretch of time in the story, the city is still dealing with the aftermath of the last battle. There are antibodies all over the streets. There's damage. People are repairing. People are still reacting to what happened. The beginning setup of this chapter just follows perfectly logical from the end of the last story arc. Now, I'm going to say that I was kind of not disappointed in the story, but one of my predictions has taken a rather severe blow. There's one image in the panel where we get a good look at something, and my theory about what was happening to Kafka's body kind of sort of took a blow. And that's not entirely gone, but I was really expecting a certain something out of Kafka's body, and we got pretty much the exact opposite. So I'm a little disappointed that my pet theory is probably going to have to die or be severely pruned and modified. But hey, the story as a whole was fantastic, and that plot twist, and it raises so many questions, and you wonder, is everybody in the Defense Force communicating thoroughly with each other? You would think so. I mean, the hints are dropped, and yet does the 1st Division know what the 3rd Division is doing? I mean, you can't help but ask that question. I mean, you think so. I don't think the 3rd Division could get away with using that many resources. But who's to say? Who's to say? I'm really, really looking forward to the next chapter, which will be in 2 weeks. So it looks like we're back on a bi-weekly schedule. I was really, really hoping we'd have a 3-week chapter drop, but that just means that Matsumoto spent more time thinking and planning for the chapters ahead. So I'm really looking forward to this. Again, I've got to stop doubting Matsumoto, and I'll be dropping a full spoiler review on Sunday, so look forward to that. Go check out my books in links below videos. Humans Are Weird, I Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. And peace out, my wonderful viewers. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. 2 books in a series of human absurdity. Go check out these short story collections. What will our little green friends think of us when we finally do make it to space? Find out the answer in 2 books of human absurdity. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, and Humans Are Weird, I Have the Data. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and Google Play.